Hello everyone, my name is Christian Anthony Facundo. I'm a second year kinesiology major.
Good evening everyone, my name is Anna Verzosa. I'm a first year kinesiology major.
Good evening everyone, my name is Eric King. I'm a first year and I am a chemistry major, and I'm running to be public relations officer for the next academic year.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Nguyen. I am a second year aerospace engineering major.
Hi everyone, my name is Christian John Aurelio, or CJ for short. I am a second year public health major with a concentration of administration along with a minor in Asian American studies.
Hello everyone, my name is Annalisa Andrada. I'm a second year international business major with an area of emphasis in Chinese. And I am also going to be one of your public relations officers for the next year.
Thank you. Our first question is, name the pillars and how would you explain them to potential members during Rush Week? Starting with Lisa.
So our four pillars are social, academics, cultural, and COPO, community and political affairs. And those are the most important parts of Akbayan that we feel that we represent in our organization.
So our four pillars, of course, are social, community, political, cultural, and academics. So for social, what we have for y'all is some things that you could do with to get connected, of course, which is Friendship Games, which is one of the programs. Another for community is Mabuhay, which is another great event to come up towards too. Next would be for academics. A lot of good things to get you related to school, of course, and then
Time.
So Akbayan has four major aspects that we want to offer to our Gen members, and those four aspects are broken down to our four pillars, which is community and political affairs. Then we have social, we have cultural, and we have academics. Academics is mainly to highlight that we are an organization that values its students in education. Social is to get us involved with many people in our membership. And then we also have community and political affairs is to get involved in many community organizations surrounding campus. And then social to just get everyone involved. Oh, and cultural. Cultural is to educate our members that
Time.
we are a culture.
Akbayan was founded under three pillars: community and political affairs, social, and academic, or cultural. Then later found academics. First and foremost, we are all students, and we want to ensure that everyone is striving for their major and make sure that they are successful with other academics. Social, Akbayan means embracing friendship, so we are all a family and we all want to connect to one each other and create new bonds. Community and political affairs, we also want to make sure that everyone is well aware of what is happening currently.
Time.
The four pillars are academics, social, cultural, and community and political affairs. Expressing academic excellence, learning about the roots and history of Filipino culture, and expressing networking and connecting within and outside of Akbayan, as well as making connections, are the foundation that Akbayan holds really high to.
What I like to see as our base, as our foundation, our four pillars: community, political affairs, cultural, academics, and social. Social enlightens us about basically social aspects such as friendship games. We have our cultural, where we enlighten us about the cultural aspect of the Filipinx culture, such as Mabuhay. Academics ensures academic excellence and well-being. And then there is the community political affairs, which enlightens us about of our Filipinx community around us.
Thank you. All right, for the next question, we'll be starting with CJ, and it will be going in the same order, and then wrapping back around towards Lisa. So for this question, it's Admitted Spartans Day, and a mother and her son comes to the table. So provide them with a 30-second informational spiel on what PCN is.
So of course, PCN stands for Filipino Culture Night, and it's basically outseen by our PCN coordinator. What we have here for you is a great, wonderful show for you and your child. What we have in there is acting, dancing, cultural dancing, and of course, the things that help us perform us is the props and text. I hope you enjoy it.
PCN stands for Filipino Cultural Night, and it is one of the biggest events that we have in our spring semester. We have many things to offer, including acting, choir, cultural, logistics, as well as props, and just cultivating the relationships that you can have with Gen members you wouldn't even have met otherwise.
PCN stands for Filipino Culture Night, and it is a three-night show, 3 shows, where we present history of Filipinos and what they have gone through and how Filipinos evolve over the years. This involves with different types of aspects, acting, dancing, as well as choir.
PCN stands for Filipino Culture Night. It's a big showcase where they include acting, dancing, singing, and everything behind the scenes. It's a great way to showcase the history about Filipino culture, and it's inclusive to the point where you don't even have to have experience to join and participate.
Filipino Cultural Night is our show that we have every year in the spring semester. There's different aspects we have, such as our cultural dances, modern dances, singing, acting, choir. If you aren't really interested in any of that, that's also cool. We also have like a marketing team and a logistics team. It's a lot of fun and you'll meet a lot of great people, so go ahead and try it out if you'd love to.
PCN stands for Filipino Cultural Night, and it is a night where we spread awareness about Filipino culture and everything that entails. It's very educational about the types of struggles that the Filipinx community faces. We have several aspects to offer, such as choir, contemporary dancing, modern dancing, acting, band, and tech improvs, as well as a logistics and marketing team. And it's a very well-rounded production, and there is a job for almost everyone.
Time.
Thank you. Starting off with Andrea and going in the same direction. How do you intend to expand Akbayan's outreach and publicity outside of the main social media pages?
So Akbayan is very well versed in social media. We use Twitter, Facebook, emails, such like that. But one thing I really want to encourage is that we can promote so much better if we speak by word of mouth, and that would be to increase our influence and presence at the table. If I and my other show up at the table and we talk to every single one of you, an influence and an impact in conversation will spread promotion and advertisement way better.
Could you please repeat the question?
Yes. How do you intend to expand Akbayan's outreach and publicity outside of the main social media pages?
I would definitely encourage to reach out mostly for freshmen and transfer students as they are new to campus. By doing so, we'll be able to present them with a new different type of family and new friends and make new connections as they are new to campus. By doing so, they will be able to increase as well as encourage any friends that they may know that who are not currently in Akbayan to also join based on the experience and how it has impacted their life.
Besides using the usual social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, I believe that we should utilize Remind Me app and email blasting to ensure that general members can stay up to date, and as well as word of mouth and collaborating with media to create flyers that are extremely captivating to the eye.
I also agree we should also look into making another mailing list for general members. In addition to that, I believe that we should also contact local schools, like local high schools, and talk to upperclassmen and see about their interest in Akbayan. In addition, I would say we should go further and be more closer to Triforce and try to use Triforce to contact areas around the area and try to get like that embracing friendship back with Triforce.
Aside from our other social medias that we already use, I would like to do more with other organizations on campus in order to have more outreach. I'd like to work more closely with Associated Students, Dr. Spartan Center, and other different organizations on campus that could potentially expand the amount of people we can reach out to.
To focus on outreach, of course, I want to make sure that we show presence on the table, but not just at the tables. To show presence at our Triforce, of course, when we have PACE and PASA, and also support on-campus organizations here, like Lisa just brought up with. Just by showing face and being vocal, like it shows that we support them and we're giving more towards each other.
All right, thank you. So starting with Eric, your question, or the question that you'll be answering is, let's see here, sorry. How will you plan on collaborating with the rest of the promotions board during your term, other than just posting flyers?
I plan to collaborate with the rest of the promotion boards by utilizing YouTube. I believe that through social media, a lot of people, they refuse to read every single detail and they just skim it. And with YouTube, we are able to visually show people what will go on during events, how people will feel, and we will be able to promote what they could look forward to. So this is kind of like a trailer to show what the upcoming events or future events will have for them.
I want to collaborate with media by creating an incentive to go, for general members to go. And by doing so, I want to host a podcast or a talk show where general members can talk about the experience that they've had at events. This can make other general members feel inclined to go, as well as helping cabinet members improve on their future events.
I would also like to utilize YouTube with media and my co to create like videos that look like the more like inner experience of cabinet and kind of see like the laid back version of them, but also keeping that balance between the professional side. In addition to that, with Instagram and Twitter, I would also, with flyers, I would like to make like little tidbit videos on the side, like what we kind of did for PCN this year, just to kind of show like, give people more interest and like more like a comedic aspect to it. And so we have that laid back side to it, like I said earlier.
I would like to begin utilizing more of our social media, especially more of the features on Twitter and Instagram. Instagram has IGTV, and I think that would be a good place for us in media to put videos saying what the events for the next week are going to be in FYN. I would also like to make a virtual scrapbook using the Twitter Moments feature to recap all of the general members' actual like opinions and pictures from them that they picked themselves.
With collaborating with media, I really hope that we could definitely utilize YouTube. With YouTube, it actually shows the action and movements of what us as an organization can do together. By bringing forth general members, it shows face and that we do care for them, and that all the work that we put in doesn't go to waste, and it shows that we could have fun together.
I would like to also use YouTube, but more to focus on the different types of members that we have in FYN, because some of them go overshadowed or unnoticed. So one thing that I wanted to use with YouTube is to have a day in the life of a general member, so it can highlight the different members that we have. We can also use media to revamp emails so that they're not just normal emails, they're more interesting and better, they're readable and they're more creative. And then also bring back workshops, because we are more than just advertisements.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, according to the Constitution, you consider each officer as a person first, student second, cabinet member third, and their position fourth. Based off this, there are a lot of time and commitment to this organization as a student leader. what other obligations or responsibilities will you have next year if you were to be elected in this position? Starting off with Christian. And
Next year, if I were getting elected onto cabinet, I would only be taking on school and possibly a job, whether or not I would have time commitment for that. I believe that I know my limitations being so involved with high school. I already know what I can and can't handle, so I believe that I have a good gauge of what I can accomplish as a cabinet member.
Other than academics, the other thing would be work. I currently work at the gym on campus. I can definitely hold on to my co for support and along support them. I do know my limits, and I would do my best to make sure I'm the most efficient person possible on cabinet and make sure that I'm not putting any damaging energy on the rest of cabinet.
Next semester, aside from school, I will also be working as well as possibly being a cabinet member. But I have had experience working and holding positions in organizations on campus in high school in the past, and I am fully aware of how much of a time commitment that is, and I'm prepared to accept whatever comes my way.
Other than work and school, I would also be a residential advisor. But being a resident advisor helps me to get connected with on-campus students and making sure that they feel okay also.
I will be an aerospace engineer major, but luckily I will only be having to take maybe 2 classes next semester, so academics would not be an issue. But one of my main issues would probably be work, even though that's on the weekends, as well as being an RA. Although being an RA is time consuming, I will be living on campus, so I will not have a problem going to and from meetings or staying later than I need to.
Other than academics, I am also currently looking for a job. But with that being said, I have had past experience with having a bunch of work getting put on my plate, but also I would like to prioritize my co as well as the rest of cabinet's personal life, because that could also take a really big toll onto how they perform with their work.
Starting with Christian. What are some weaknesses of the public relations officers this year, and what are you planning to bring to the table to address these problems and these weaknesses?
Despite my belief that the PRs this year did a really amazing job in maintaining Akbayan as a whole, I do feel like there was a little less consistency with media postings, such as on YouTube. That also has to go with how I would like to collaborate with media a lot more to try to maintain consistent content on YouTube and other social media platforms.
This year's PR officers did do an amazing job. They are amazing individuals and they've done a lot with the organization. But I think one thing that I felt personally was lacking from that I saw in previous years was more in-person engagement. When I joined Akbayan, I saw the PRs a lot more frequently, and I feel like this year the PRs were just juggling a lot, and it was hard for them to be there in person physically as much as they wanted to.
This year's PR did an amazing job for what they did. I also agree that there was a lot of consistency in posts, and along with the help of media, I believe, and the help of Michael, I believe we can all juggle that together. I also believe that there was kind of lack of face, but even though with their energy and the time consumed that they had outside of Akbayan, they did show great positive energy, and I will have to keep that up.
There was presence at the table, but I feel as though that presence could be stronger, because one thing for PR is that we have to maintain interpersonal relationships with our members. Like, we can't just be a face on Twitter, we can't just be a face on Facebook. And another thing I would like to implement is the fact that PR does more than just advertise, and I don't like the fact that members think that PR is an easier job, and I feel as though that a lot of the work we do is behind the scenes, and I feel like we can bring that out more.
One thing I believe PR could work on is being more active on social media, as well as interacting with a lot of the members in Akbayan. Through social media, I believe that we should utilize hashtags more, because not only will it raise more awareness in our community, but it will also reach out to maybe possible other organizations that would want to reach out to us to collaborate or make new connections. And having that interaction in person is what really builds that bond between the PR as well.
Something that I wish that I saw more is having events and workshops be more interactive for the general members. I want to fix this problem by utilizing interactive boards where members can answer funny and creative debate questions before an event that starts, as well as utilizing hashtags so that at events like end of the year banquet and winter formal, we can showcase collages and all these pictures that general members took in the past year and look back.
Last question. Starting off with Lisa. What is one word you think of when you think of Akbayan, and why?
When I think of Akbayan, I think of the word connected, because through Akbayan, I have been able to personally make so many more connections outside of Akbayan as well as within Akbayan. All of my friends that are very close to me are in Akbayan, and this year I got to be involved in so many organizations outside of Akbayan, such as the Filipino and going to the Flat Finance Conference, because people in Akbayan introduced me to those opportunities. And I feel like that connection has made me a better individual, and I really want to share that with the rest of.
The word I would pick would be embrace, because everyone in Akbayan knows that we all embrace friendship. The embrace that I got from my fellow friends and family would be the one that I got from them. I want to share that with everyone here in Akbayan, along with our general members, because when juggling everything in life, either it would be RA or, of course, school, I think that with the embrace of Akbayan, everyone could support each other.
I think of the word home when I think of Akbayan. And it has to be the fact that people outside of my own family have become my home. And that sort of sentiment and that sort of feeling is what I want to push out as a PR. That is something that I want to give to other people, that sense of security, that sense of family, and that sense of loving and embrace, because no one deserves to be by themselves and be alone. And so as a PR, I hope to be that hand reaching out to you and making sure that you feel secure in this organization.
When I hear the word Akbayan, I think about family. I think about family because I had a hard time adjusting to college, as it was my first year last semester. And I believe that a lot of people out there experience the same exact thing. So as PR, I would like to present Akbayan just so people are able to find their own family, have someone to speak to, and just have someone there to support them and love them.
The word when I think of Akbayan is definitely community, because that's what we are first and foremost. This is the place that we call home. This is the place that we can connect with people and network inside and outside of the club. But most importantly, it leaves us leaving college with connections that we made and friendships that can last a lifetime.
When I think about Akbayan, I think of growth. I'm a totally different person than I was last year. Without Akbayan, I would not have the opportunities I have today. Made me be able to break out of my shell and me being able to grow into a new family that I have here and have this backbone that I've gone here. And as a PR, that's the only thing I really want to do here is to show that growth to everyone else and show like the opportunity and the family this organization offers.
All right, thank you all so much.